niggas wanna go against me when you motherfuckers know I don't run? And how many niggas gotta die in these streets from relationships with me and my gun?
I've been adored, just a rider. I'm at a pan, Roxbury South, and survivor. Situations got me smoking weed and got me acting funny. Slipping the clip, and I got these niggas wanna kill for money. For the love of Coy and Ray, I had to fight the anger possessing me to clap at these niggas. A life of danger. Please, Lord, put your hands on me, cause it got me wanting to punish any motherfucker who try to put their hands on me. Retaliation on niggas, cause that's the first step. What about my conscience? I'm constantly taking deep breaths. I don't wanna be on no jacket of fallen legend. I'ma see this thing through till I'm ballin' all the way to heaven. I'ma burn it down with Pac and drink some Hennessy with Biggie. Tell Big Punisher, don't worry, I got it, son. You feel me? I'ma scratch it up with Jay. Me and Easy play dominoes. But until that final day, Benzino bombing on these hoes.
Why would you niggas wanna go against me when you motherfuckers know I don't run? And how many niggas gotta die in these streets from relationships with me and my gun? If you want it, we got it. You can't stop it, and we shot ya. Why would you niggas wanna go against me when you motherfuckers know I don't run?
How y'all doing?
Alright, what's going on?
It's good. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man?
Alright. So jump into it.
Alright, yeah, definitely start. You know what I'm saying? RSO means rock shit on around that way, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, the group was deep, man. And so as time went on, like I said, the Orange Man had got some time, you know what I'm saying? And then it was just me, Kev, Tony, Rome, and Jeff. That was like the principal, you know, and E. Devious, Marco, that came from the Body Rock. That was the principals of the RSO. And you know, Big T was on the cover with us. He was like the first man that we used, because I remember I used to see Run DMC on stage, and I used to see like dudes on the side of the stage posting up. So I was like, yeah, that's hard. Public Enemy with the, you know what I'm saying? That's hard. So Big T was my man. So you know what I'm saying? Big T, you know, we went to school together. Looked good with the ladies, so it's like had him over there on the side, big dude, knock a nigga out quick. So you know what I'm saying? That was the first time the RSO had that.
The hardcore, but on the album cover, y'all had like the Roscoe's and right on the.
You know, I'm saying, man, it's art, man.
Okay.
It's art. Man. You're supposed to be able to do what you want, man. They make movies with guys holding bazookas, blowing up dudes' heads off, man. We should be able to take pictures. What. You know, I mean, you know, and at the end of the day, like I said, guns and drugs were rampant in Boston.
Over the years, things change. I know this one from it's getting harder for my team to survive.
So you know what I'm saying? You know,
so did that happen before or after you met Dave at Emerson College?
No, we met Dave. That's when, around when Notorious. That's when we had met Dave.
When you met him, was it corny? Think he was corny?
Dave, nah, because you know what? One thing I could say, and I could tell a corny ass motherfucker, man. I'm word up. Like Dave, I remember seeing him. He was quiet and he was by himself. So Dave was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like. And he was like, yo, you know what I mean? But he was at another, like him from Harvard, and him trying to do his own radio station was at another radio station. So he's actually up there on their shit, getting interviews for his shit. So I always was like,
he was a hustler.
Yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of ill to me and shit. And you know what I'm saying? We talked briefly, interviewed it. I think him and Jeff really took on, because Dave had been fucking with at OG and a couple other rap groups and whatever. Like I said, my thing is, you know, like I'm the main focal point of the RSO, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like this, I'm the central guy, you know what I mean? Like we practice over my house, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got that one, I hate using the word leader because it gets taken out of context so much, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, there's leaders, there's not necessarily to say that there's people that can't lead themselves, but you know, you got to have a head for a body.
All right, so I was the head. All right. We was with Dave, had hooked up with a couple of promoters, Girk and Azel, and did a couple shows, and like we was, you know what I'm saying, like we was the shit in Boston. So, you know, when we had met Dave, that's when Jeff went over to be the DJ to his radio, you know, show. I'd go over there, you know what I'm saying? Cambridge was a little liberal town, and the hood's wild, it's crazy. So when you get over Cambridge, everything, it's like,
relax,
man, it's like, yeah, and I used to, you know, that was kind of cool for me. And so we going up there, we fucking with Dave at his dorm, playing pool and shit.
When was like Surrender Records for him?
That was around 88 with me and my man KD.
Okay.
Had some loot. He told me about BMI and all that and said, yo, let's put out our own record. Let's put some money. I know some guys that printed up disc makers down in Philly. I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. Printed it up, and then that's when Tony got killed.
It was right after that?
What was that about? I mean, he just...
I mean, Tony he got murdered. He got murdered, you know what I'm saying? You know, that was like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like my brother Gino had got killed, you know what I'm saying?
Before this? Or...
Yeah, a lot of people, Tony hit me hard because it was like, wow, like damn, like shit was going good.
Y'all get some negative press from that, or y'all wasn't really, it was just like a hit at that time, but y'all kept moving, or...
Yeah, we got negative press because, you know, shit, man, like the Herald, the motherfuckers is crazy. And the Globe, I mean, this is, again, Boston still, the 3 Ps, like the press, the police, and the politics they're all intertwined. So when you got that happening, that's a synergy that is destructive.
The 3 Ps.
That's what I call it, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where, you know, they latched on to Tony, said he was a gang leader. The group was a gang. That Tony leaving, I'm the next in the gang, and then Boston had formed a gang task force, and their focus is on me for the next like years. You know, as we go on to speak, that's when the focus starts getting in because when Tony gets killed, you know what I'm saying? There's a little war in the city, and then that's when the whole RSO's gang and RSO.
So this is like the beginning of the bad press.
You know, the beginning of the bad
RSO.
press. Yeah, that was like in 87, 88, something.
Okay.
88, yeah.
Around this time, where did you go from there?
Oh, okay. Well, you know, we had to do our first video. There'll be some. We had included another member of the group, Rock, which was my man Tony. Hurst is our cousin. You know what I'm saying? Rock came in.
So how the whole Tommy Boy deal come about?
I remember Dave had invited this guy. I forgot his fucking name. His first name was Kevin.
Maxwell.
Kevin Maxwell had invited Kevin Maxwell down because there was a showcase. Naughty by Nature was opening up at the Channel. The Channel was like the hottest nightclub because the sound system was like the crazy.
Throw your hands in the air. Just wave them like you just don't care. And if you're ready to rock with the RSO, somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Motherfuckers is banging and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We happy. We gonna kill it. We got the whole shit. We had added, the ill shit was we had added dancers in our fucking crew. So now mind you, we got a DJ that does tricks. Like Jeff was, as Jeff, time going on, Jeff is ill now.
Okay.
Ill trick DJ, sick. We used to give him his own set. Our whole thing with shows, we bring the drum machine up 2 times, would have his own set, we'd have the beatbox, you know what I'm saying, the keyboard. I mean, we used to do our thing. We get ready to do the Channel, sound system crazy. We had the song Shoot a Motherfucker in a Minute. You know what I'm saying?
Don't fuck with the dog, cause you're fuck with Jeff,
In 91.
Rock's verse was like, Rock's a crazy ass nigga with an automatic weapon. Text in effect, ready to wet when I'm stepping. So Kevin's loving this. Like, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, we signing you all, God. Like, man, I never forget it, man. I wasn't a drinker, but man, we went somewhere and drunk some, I forgot what it was. I never forget. Rock was so happy, man. Because at this time we had, remember Tony, but now we had Beef, Hawk, Hurst, Ace, and they all doing little, you know, standing thing. All our stage show was syncopated. Like the dancers, we'd be on a stage this big and have like 9 dudes on it, but we practiced so hard with it. Everyone would know when to come up, no one would run into each other. Our shit was cold, you know what I'm saying? Jeff would scratch with fire. I mean, we used to give niggas shit, you know what I'm saying? We would make these songs from the crib and then perform them.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. At this club, around about 10 was rent.
You know what I'm saying? Go in the studio, we go in little local studios. Newberry Sounds was like one of the studios and start recording. But 2 months later, and that's when Rock had got killed.
We want to get a moment of silence for our nigga Rock. He was a straight outside, he ain't here no more, but he's up here watching us now.
That's when I went to a nightclub
Gallery.
at the Up, and it's a situation where, they wanted dudes to check in, get hats, Jules beepers at the door to get in. Now, I didn't know about the Jules thing, but I heard that asked Rock to check his rope in. At the end of the night, we leaving. Rock asked for the rope. Rope wasn't there. Pandemonium breaks loose. Rock ends up getting stabbed. You know, he like died in my arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got caught one of them little, like a little Gerber knife. You know, it's not like he got dug in. It slid, so his guts is pouring out his arm. You know what I'm saying? That shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't even know what emotion to this day. I know it just froze me up. I know what the emotion's supposed to be, but I know that shit froze me up, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So after that, you know what I'm saying? I remember, and it's funny because we in City Hospital, the same lady that told me Tony had got killed, told us that Rock had got, she was this lady that would always tell people at City Hospital when, you know what I'm saying? So
you recorded a song. You gonna catch it like a revenge?
Yeah, we recorded. That's when we put Junior Rodigan on. Yeah, back then I was like 91. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, the reggae shit, we was mad. We you know what I'm saying? That's what hip hop is. Hip hop, a form of expression. I guess the alleged person that stabbed Rock was a security guard. But I just remember then, when all the bad press, RSO had to kill the security guard, revenge for Rock, gang, that's when it was crazy now. Now it's getting crazy.
So is this kind of what produced, like when y'all made One in the Chamber?
Okay, we got the deal of Tommy Boy, I never forget. I had sampled the old Blackbird sample and used the substitution beat. Fused it, you know, me, Jeff, and JB, you know what I'm saying? We handle all the production, you know what I'm saying? JB was like Jeff's, remember I told you Fat Pat and all? He was one of his little guys out of all of them that ended up growing with us, that's still with us today. One in the Chamber, now at Rock, you know, had got killed. A couple months later, look, that summer, 2 kids that got killed. One kid was shot under a car. 16-year-old kid, under a car, shot under a car. Another kid was shot in the back of his head in the hallway in Jamaica Plain Project. Christopher Rogers and Daniel Lackman. Both, everything justified, both sides.
You mean like they got like underneath the car and shot him?
Shot, that's the only way you can shoot somebody under the car.
Right.
We're getting spins all across the country now. Tommy Boy, they're about to give us a video. Oh shit. But now all of a sudden, we read in the paper, the same fucking Herald paper, that we dropped. Like, front page. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't find out from Tommy Boy?
Hell no, didn't get no call, no nothing.
Members of RSO say they have struggled through too many hardships, including the death of 2 band members, to give up the right to rap about their own experiences.
So y'all was still local then, or?
Nah, we was more than local because like when we got sued from the patrolmen. That was a big case.
Today, the ACLU, a coalition of professionals against censorship, and State Representative Byron Rushing urged McGee to drop the court attack. But the leadership of the Boston Patrolmen's Association is threatening to file a criminal complaint against the group, alleging the song calls for violence against police officers. Ollie North and his Freedom Alliance has offered the union support, but the controversy may have already cost the rappers their record label, Tommy Boy Records.
No, this is now a situation of rights, and it made national media. One in the Chamber was kind of like, shit, that shit was getting some spins. So motherfuckers is known who are RSO with. Dave, by this time, had done the Source magazine, the 1-page letter, but that's Dave's thing. Dave's doing his thing with that. I'm doing the group thing.
It's still pretty small at this point, or?
It's a piece of fucking paper.
Right,
and then the other thing is like a little folder, you know what I'm saying? To Dave, it was big though, you know what I'm saying? But to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, boom, you know what I'm saying? That's dope, Dave, whatever.
So how y'all hook up with Shaq?
Through Dave. You know, at this time, Dave had moved to New York. He was living, you know, up in Jersey City.
At this point, the Source ain't just a little piece.
Well, the Source taking off now. Dave had got a couple of his college buddies.
Right.
Went from Harvard. He had graduated from Harvard. Dave's in New York with the Source magazine. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in Boston with the RSO and with the streets.
You got with Flavor Unit, you recorded a song with Freddie Fox and Tupac.
You know, the Flavor Unit was ill because like Shakim had it kind of caught onto the vision. He's seen it, like as far as the whole gangster vibe, and you know, he gave us a video. We was like on the only ones, and he had all these other groups, and he was like, oh shit. So him and Latifah believed us. You know what I'm saying? We was happy to be on another label. We got signed pretty quick. You know, it was another single there. And then we went and put out Bad Boys. That was the name of our group, the Bad Boys. That was before Puffy and all that. Oh, hell yeah.
Watch your back with a beat, shiny. The arms return. Boston's original Bad Boys, the almighty RSO. Coming out of four corners, Castle G and Corp Street, I mean. We represent Boston the right way.
That was a big record. Good Billboard. I mean, top 20, right?
Made the rap chart.
That's how it is when you roll with some bad boys.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? And Shaw got it out there.
So don't stop sleeping. Wake the hell up, I'm coming through like a 40-man crew. They got bad boys up in New York and LA and out in Philly, Detroit and Jersey City. And I'm up big roll call representing the bricks and gas G, so don't hassle me. Showing that you just can't destroy the strength of a hardcore bad boy.
That whole thing kind of fell apart. With Epic really not knowing what a lot of labels at that time didn't know what hip hop was. They were just trying to throw some money out and end up really not knowing how to promote it. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't know how to like really get it to the streets and all.
But since you guys were selling records, I mean, you still should have been able to move easily to another record label. It's because you had a bad reputation that you didn't do that? I mean, like, why wasn't it just record labels jumping at you?
No one's really gonna sign like a gangster rap group from Boston unless you kind of seen the vision from a situation. It's not like we was from New York and all the labels were in New York. After that, we had got a little situation over with Steve Stout at RCA. He had like an EP deal and shit. You could see the almighty RSO Shield crashing through the Prudential, but I wanted to bring it up because I remember my mother started out working at the Prudential when I was born. That was like, that was cool. Creatively, it wasn't our best shit, you know what I'm saying? It was like a remix of One of the Chamber and a couple other songs. Don't get me wrong, it was, you know what I'm saying? And I think, we had lost Rock and Tony, and we was still going through some more shit at that time. It was just like, that was also the time where like the writers had walked out on Dave.
It's called the Bible of Hip Hop, but now it looks like a chapter is about to close. Rap fans who read the Source magazine may have to look somewhere else for hip hop news. Editors of the Source have walked off the job.
And because Dave put us in the magazine, a copy of, did a feature on us like in the magazine.
Okay, why did he do that in your opinion?
Shit, we fucking deserved that shit. Shit, we had been signed to Tommy Boy. You know what I'm saying? We had got signed to RCA. Why the fuck not? Why can't we get a feature in the magazine? My man owns the magazine.
David Mays, one of the 4 owners of the Source, is being asked to step down after a series of incidents involving members of the rap group RSO. The leader of the group, Ray Dog, a close friend of Mays, allegedly threatened staff members if he did not get a favorable review.
You have to understand what Dave did. Dave has friends who threaten to kill my staff members and myself, and behind my back put an article that he wrote about them in the magazine.
Now they're telling Dave to step down from his magazine. Now Dave's the majority owner. A couple of them I guess have minority interest or whatever. Right. And again, Dave, the type of person Dave is, like these guys that came in and had the minority interest, Jay Schechter, James Bernard, and H. Edward Young, these guys, Dave gave them, like, they didn't give him more money for that. Like, here, you take this, you take this, you take this, let's go do the Source, okay? All right?
What was this about? We got something here, you called up to the office, and you asked for Rob. You said, I'm gonna quote you right here. You said, I just wanted to tell you that I think you a bitch, and if I see you up in that office again, I'm gonna fuck you up. And you hung up the phone on him.
You let me hear one more word out of you, John. I'm gonna drag you up out of there, all right?
What was that about? What was that about?
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not the only motherfucker that's picked up the phone and screamed on the motherfucker.
Right.
I reacted, I was upset. I was in Boston, so I probably, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wasn't there.
Right.
So, you know, I called up and said some things to him. You know what I mean? Whether we was face to face, call up or whatever, you know, I'm like, because these niggas is trying to get Dave, you know, trying to take the fucking magazine from Dave, my man.
Rob Marriott is one of the 7 who signed off on this letter to the publisher. Marriott and the 6 others say they, quote, refuse to turn in any work until David Mays steps down as publisher of the Source.
I think Dave was playing, you know, playing that thing like he signs our paycheck, so we have to say we have to do what he says.
Mind you, I'm not seeing no money from the magazine or nothing. Like there was no money.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing my thing in Boston.
Right.
So I don't fucking, you know, get like Dave's my man, and like they trying to take advantage of fucking Dave, and that's all it was. You know, so they try to use us.
So it was nuclear fallout after that. After they did the
Man,
piece on y'all.
listen. We had a press thing up at RCA, and these 2 motherfuckers come up there with a summons. It was like a summons saying, yo, you gotta come to court. And we got other motherfuckers in there at RCA. From the press thing, we're doing our press day. We're in the RCA building.
So they come up in your
We're in the RCA building. They lied and said that they wanted to come up there and do a story. When they got up there, man, a big fight broke out.
Just so you could give everybody some clarity, when we hear you saying, you know, I wasn't getting no money from this, it was Dave doing this thing, we was in Boston doing my thing.
Right.
But the general perception is, ever since the beginning, you've been strong on it, Dave. You've been strong on the Source.
Because well, not since the beginning, since after James Bernard and them left. Okay. That's when that shit started coming. Because look at, after that, they made this 5-page thing saying that Benzino's a monster. They sent this to every DJ, every fucking label, everywhere. Everywhere they got this. Now this is when everybody knows about RSO now. You got everybody, and motherfuckers are automatically like, yo, we don't like these motherfuckers. Oh, that ain't right. Oh, that ain't. Once Dave had to buy him out, you know what I'm saying? The magazine ended up flourishing now. And again, this was the early journalism of hip hop. And mind you, these motherfuckers are still out there today. These are insecure people we talking about.
So how did RCA fall through then?
After that happened, we got into the beef. Them motherfuckers are like, get these niggas the fuck up out of here. Like, I don't know what, get them out of here. Like, come on. Like, we're in the RCA building. This isn't like we're at, you know, at Def Jam, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the RCA. You know, they got what, Garth Brooks or something up there. They're not used to this shit. So, you know, they got us up out of there.
So then you were getting ready to hook up with Easy?
Well, after that, you know, we back in Boston, you know, we trying to record, we going through the street shit. At that time, that's when Tony Rome had got locked up for a couple years, a year. Rome had got out, and then we had got with Eazy-E. Dave hooked up a meeting. The Source is doing good. Whole new bunch of journalists, but ultimately the same type of people.
Right.
The college guys who want to show, like, just not the streets. That, like, just isn't, like, not street. You know, and you don't have to go out there with guns and killing people to be street.
Right.
You just have to be true to where you come from and understand the struggle.
I mean, 'cause that's where it comes from. The music ain't come from.
That's what's special about it. So now we meet Easy. He revolutionized what hip hop can be from the street in its purest form. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, no politics have to touch it. It just spreads like a plague. Like, fuck radio. Like, fuck all that. Easy is at a time period now where he's like, okay, yo, RSO, hell yeah, I know about y'all. It's like, yo, y'all into that controversy. Controversy sells. I love controversy. Hell yeah. Let's do it. We had did a song called Hellbound.
We got a witness? Recognize his face?
Recognize all 4 of these guys. It's the almighty RSO.
Hey yo, Tony Rome's Hellbound!
Our music has a meaning, it's dark, it expresses how we feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what you feel is real, you can't fake that. Some do, some are good at it, but I never was good at it. We did the remix, You Never Know, we went out to the the desert. I went to New Mexico because I grabbed this little camera company guy and just started directing all my own videos.
Right.
We went out to New Mexico on these hills, and I was like, that's where we shooting Red Rock, and we bring the cameras up there, and we got these leather suits on, and we did a song called You Never Know.
This summer, the almighty RXO is back. And this time, they're hired to make a hit. Who will it be? Where will it happen? And when? You'll never know.
You never know when the show got your name on it, who's getting fame on it, who got the claim on it.
Easy was with it. He said, yo, make another song. But at this time, he had got sick. So he went to the hospital. And a week had went by. The lawyers was doing their thing. You know, we had, so the contracts were ready. It was like $150,000, RSO's first album deal. So he's in the hospital, so now we thinking something's the matter. Like 10 days is going by, we're like, damn man, maybe he changed his mind, he didn't want to sign us. I got a call. He was talking, you could tell like his voice, he was like, said he had bronchitis. And then I remember 2 days later, I was sitting in a sub shop, meeting my man Hurst. I'm eating the sub, I never forget steak and cheese. I'm telling you, I remember it. See, these things I remember. Like,
where was you at?
In Boston. Okay. Nicholas Sub, and then Dave called me. And it was on Tony, called me on Tony's phone. And I just, man, I couldn't eat. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I didn't come out for a while because then I'm starting to think, man, it's just, you know, after Tony, after Rock, after all this shit's gonna happen, and after, it's like, yo, it's a curse now. Now I'm starting to think like this is starting to get, you know, a little, like what is it? You know what I'm saying? It's getting crazy now. Easy dies. And it's funny because Tom Silverman introduced me to Little J. You know.
So you came out with Doomsday?
Yeah, we went down to Texas, stayed down in Texas for like a year, 2 years, yo.
How you got on? Doomsday, because Doomsday came out on Rap A Lot, right?
Yeah, that's went to Texas.
Okay, so how the whole thing hook up?
I mean, Dave. You know, okay. Dave had said, yo, Jay, and he said, yeah, send the boys down. We went down there. We got this one little apartment. We all stayed there. You know what I'm saying? 100 degrees every day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Some casting got knocked off. I mean, like, who is the RSO?
RSOs now is still me, Jeff, E, Tony Rome.
Okay.
Still all of us at this point.
Okay.
Rome had got out of jail, it's all of us. And then again, we have our guys, Hurst, you know what I'm saying? Ace, Jinx, Beef, you know, there's all, and not, you know, I could name and keep naming. There's just too many guys that have been affected through this group of just coming on us through trips and everything. So it's a lot of guys, a lot of my guys from Boston.
So around this time you record Warzone?
Yeah, we hooked up with Mobb Deep. Recorded Warzone, shot our video for that. Directed that.
Oh, you directed that?
Yeah, all these videos that you ever seen is you know what I'm saying? Okay. Until I started working with, you know, directors, Jesse and everybody, it was like I started, you know what I'm saying, doing my own shit.
You just taught yourself, or you just learned from looking at
it was there. It was there.
It's already in your head.
It was there.
What's up, Pop? What's up, man? They talking like that. What's happening?
Great. The tour's almost over.
Right.
And the last job is the most important one. After you get the briefcase, I want you to give it to a couple of guys I know from Queensbridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm handling it. All right.
The rules on. Tired of waiting, let's get it on.
I hold down the fort and transport slugs to your body. On the squeeze, I'm never tired. You shook sons need to shut up now. Before I pops a trunk and get the what up now. Player, I spent shells and I'ma spend some more. Get my boogie on and leave shells on the floor. Whenever nothing to follow, although you'll get my point, even though my points are hollow. Watch your back for the Mobb Deep and RSO assembly. It's like
so You Could Be My Boo off on this time period?
You Could Be My Boo, yo. You know, E Devious was like the real, him and Tony Rome were like the real lyricists. You know, I'm the guy I'm the head and everything. Executive producer of the music and everything. But them two are the real lyricists. I mean, Rome was before his time. And E, again, before his time. Incredible lyricist. I was somebody that could play the back and give the attitude. Jeff was crazy on the turntable. So, you know, we still together. You know what I'm saying? We up in, this is like 96 now. You know, we down, it's 97, 96, we in Houston. 96, yeah. And we ended up getting the deal. At this time, though, Rap A Lot wasn't the same Rap A Lot. They had just got bought out by Virgin. So Virgin doesn't know nothing about street hip hop. New Tribe was like their street of hip hop. So it's almost like Rap-A-Lot is in the New Tribe system. New Tribe's way the fuck over here. You know what I'm saying? The War's On is crazy New York record. They don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? The video's getting play and shit. Like, motherfuckers are feeling it. So You Could Be My Boo. We ended up getting Monica. They didn't want Monica. They said it was too gangster. Then Faith came and did it. I ended up putting both of their vocals on it any fucking way. So when you hear You Could Be My Boo, it's Monica and Faith blended in.
That was a big song though.
Yeah.
I mean, because it was
that was easy.
Billboard
we made that song like we sitting in our little pool thing in the back, because we was in like this little, what do you call it, the little housing tenement things, had the little pool in the back, 100 degrees, and that's when we made, like, that was like, you know, the first singing hook like I ever, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, it was like bubble gum, and it was, you know what I'm saying, but still it served the purpose.
So RCA should have been loving you.
Everybody should have been loving us, man. We doing everything ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Dave in the magazine, right there is, you know, we have our ads in there, so that there's advertisement, and, you know, we're on the road, people know us. We're really the first gangster rap group on the East Coast, really, to be honest with you, spitting gangster shit.
They're from Boston too.
Right.
So, and still, you know, collecting bad press through Boston.
So then, why does Almighty RSO disband?
Well, Tony Rome had got married, you know, and he just didn't stay up. Like, he just seemed like he didn't want to ride no more. Like, that fire wasn't there in Rome no more.
Tell me about Corbett, Orchard Park, Lenox Street.
Okay, well, you know, like RSO, I'm trying to take a back seat, but now I noticed that now hip hop is really, these young cats are ganged out and their lyrics are more vicious than ever now.
What? Hangman 3.
Amateur and came with the damager. One false move and have you bleeding on news cameras. I don't play games. Me, they say names. Watch how fast I come through empty it like Jesse James. I'm a fool.
So all the gangs, I know all the gangs, and somebody in the gang and someone in the gang.
Right. So
I decided to come up with an idea to go grab somebody from all the gangs, put a group together, Wu-Tang style, a group. You know, because when you have that many members, the first thing that comes to mind is Wu-Tang. Different gangs that did not fuck with each other. Bring them in the studio, take them out of town, put out a record, sell some units independently, Surrender Records. Me and my guys, we in the third.
And that's Wise Guy.
We in the third, that's Wise Guys.
Plain to see, can't change me, WG for life. It's plain to see, you can't see me, cause I'm a wise guy for life.
Smoking green gauzes, popping crystal. Man, by the honeys, we keep the thug style. But that don't mean won't be seen with the linen. Dime piece women, 6'9" with the venom.
It's in the third floor apartment, my man's crib. You know what I'm saying? And shit, everything's cool. We running like a record label. This, what I'd say, is the first time where Dave started making an investment as far as, okay, I'm gonna help you out, give y'all some money to start up like the office. You know, and use my contacts like the mailing from the source and different resources from the source to help us out, like with our label.
You got some positive press for that though, didn't you?
Well, first of all, it wasn't an easy thing. Because mind you, some of these different groups of young men have been killing each other for the last 6, 7, 8 years. So there's deep-rooted resentment towards one another. You know, a whole bunch of guys that come in and out of jail and in the street life, the patience are thin. You know, that's what hustling does. Hustling, you want it now. You know, you can't wait. Patience is one of our biggest problems. You know, you have different organizations that have been trying to stop gang violence, whatever. You know, I wanted to do it not to be known for it. I want to do it because I really want to stop, you know, some of this foolishness.
So people are upset.
And to give these guys a chance. It started taking a life of its own, like it was a peace movement now. So now this particular year that we did it was one of the lowest years in crime in the last 10 years. Of murders, homicide rate in the last 10, like Clinton gave Boston a whole bunch of money, it was the model city for this. And you know,
y'all getting me credit for it?
Nah, I wasn't looking for it. But you know, it is what it is.
But it was a success though.
Goddamn right when you have the lowest rate in like in the hood when niggas ain't killing each other. You motherfucking right when there's no wakes going on. When a funeral service don't get no business, that's what's up. Ultimately, you know. So, shit. I don't need the credit of no motherfucker that doesn't want to see me around anyway. So the Wise Guys thing disband.
How'd you end up fooling them in LA?
You know what? At this point, one of the guys from the Wise Guys, who had always been recording with us, Cool G, to return his name to Jesus, Cool Jesus, was from the South End.
Yo, I launch lyrics like missiles, fully armed like pistols, shells whistle. I'm trying to make you histo. If you come
and he was one of the Wise Guys. I grabbed him from the South End, and he had meshed with the sound earlier, and he was kind of like our age. So we had hooked up with G, and it was me, E, and Jesus, and Jeff. Like my father was like a made man. You know what I'm saying? Serious, big Italian population in Massachusetts, Providence, and you know what I mean?
What kind of relationship you got with him today?
Right, kidding me? Not just me, the whole hip hop world. Right. Everybody loves schnapps, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves schnapps. I can't say more about it. We have to do a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, for schnapps. So we formed the Made Men, hooked up and started recording again in the studio. Got with Master P, did a song called Deja Vu.
my adversaries hate me, this battle got me crazy. I hope these streets don't play me. Mama, why you made me? I'm a no-limit thug. Hit American dream, so society think I'm a drug dealer.
Went out to LA, and there's a whole bunch of labels trying to get into hip hop. So at this point, I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna change the name. You know what I'm saying? It's Made Men. And I never forget, I had winning this girl, Kim, she was the A&R that signed us. So I goes in the office, she got the big XXL thing there and shit, you know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo, you remind me of the RSO, and I'm like, nah, I don't know. Where do I know you from? I'm like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say I was from Boston, but I said it was like, yeah, you sure? So she introduced us to the owner of Restless Records. It was a rock label. And he was like, listen, just as long as you guys got to promise that you're not going to come here if you get mad and I'm killing anybody.
What's up, D?
What's up, Ray? Sonny, these are friends of ours. Ray Benzino, Antonio Twice Down, and Mr. Jesus. Made Men, this is Sonny Chains.
So what makes you think you're really Made Men?
He still didn't know if he was RSO or not, so we hurried up and signed the deal. They gave us a gang of money, and we signed the Restless Records. Made Men had a great album. Boom, we get on this tour. Everything's going great now. Like this it looks like it's gonna happen now.
The search is over. Now, Made Men bring the most anticipated album of the millennium.
That's right, Made Men, dropping 17 blazing tracks from their debut album, Classic Limited Edition, featuring Master P, also featuring Mace, Big Pun, Martell Jordan, the Dog Pound Gangsters, Queen Pen, and the Lox.
It's like 97, 98, we in LA, and now this is when I kind of started doing a little more shit for the Source.
This week on the Source All Access, it's
really being involved in the vision of the brand and of the Source, like TV opportunities and with the awards and different shit like that.
How does it feel being Allen Iverson?
It's great, man. I wouldn't change my life for nothing in the world, man. I love the whole hip hop community. I love just being who I am, just being myself, dog.
I'm getting more into shit, so Made Men's getting ready to take off and everything good. Then all of a sudden, we do this tour, and we ended up getting into the situation with the Rough Riders.
Okay, wait, hold on. Now, is this before the Macy's incident or after the Macy's incident, the Rough Riders?
So Macy's was right before this thing.
So you got bought $780 in clothing.
My man got home from jail.
Yo, Trev, what's up? Yo, dog, where you at? Everybody's here waiting for you.
It's like a brother to me.
Right.
Taking the Macy's, I'm going to Martha's Vineyard, summer thing, you know what I'm saying? Little island off of Boston. My man Trev, my dog.
So this they said you bought $780 in clothing,
right?
$180 in perfume,
right?
$500 in gift certificates.
It was my mom's birthday, so it had to be around February. And you said that.
They said you bought this with stolen credit cards. So because of that, they felt they had to drag you out of the mall.
Now it was my credit card.
So it's because of how you look, basically.
Motherfucking right. What else? Shit. I had my ID. Ask for my motherfucking ID. You know what I'm saying? So I comes out and then the dude's like, yo, I need to see a credit card. I'm like, you ain't seen my credit card, man. I'm like, I just gave you my idea. You know this is me. I'm not giving you nothing, man. This is my clothes. I ain't giving you nothing, man. Fuck you, get out my face. So he's like, come with me, man. I'm not going nowhere, man. So next thing you know, dude jumps him around with the mace. So, oh man, I'm like, oh, so then they tackle me. So I'm on the ground, so then he puts more mace. They damn near digging the mace in my eye. So like they all got me down. So like they dragging me out, threw me in the car, threw me in the cell. You know, the age-old story, all right, boom.
Was maced, beaten up, and dragged out of the South Shore Plaza because I was accused of using a stolen credit card. It was mine.
Ended up going to trial with the police. The police were found not guilty. I was found, found this old charge of 97 disorderly conduct, some charge that ended up, I had to go to jail.
Mr. Scott, with 2 hands shoved, alleged victim. He also identified himself as a member of the gang.
It stated that Raymond Scott said to you that he was a member of a gang.
They offered me anger management or I'm go to jail.
You chose to go to jail.
Motherfucking right. Why? Because like they thought I was like not gonna go to jail because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, let's go.
Al Sharpton came and visited you.
Yeah, Minister Don came and visited me.
Tell us about that.
2 of the proudest moments of my life.
Okay.
But you know why they did this right? Dave and Ray. They organized a group called Made Men. They made themselves men. Because maybe they just didn't see leaders who were men. They said, we are going to create from our own mind a group and we'll identify and label ourselves. So when they came out and didn't say they were Uncle Tom men, they said they were Maine men, and it upset some people. And it absolutely got them on a course that they said, we've got to destroy this group because they have too much impact, too much image, too much influence. Well, I said, no, not in Boston. If you want to destroy Maine men, you coming by a man that was made by a man. That's Brother John Muhammad.
Felt like I was on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? They had me 23 hours locked up. You know what I'm saying?
What else have to say to you? What was the dialogue?
Man, he was like, cause I got the newspaper with him and he's like, man, Ray, he said, man, you got me up here in Boston. I was like, like laughing, like this Boston is woo, like whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? I ended up writing a speech and I ended up really focusing on the politics of Boston and those 3 Ps while I was in there. And ended up writing this real deep speech and this big thing that I gave, because as soon as I got out, you'd have thought there was mad press out there, like this was crazy.
Is the 10 o'clock news on
Made Men rapper Raymond Ray Dog Scott is
a member of the rap group Made Men is out of jail.
Boston rap group Made Men is out of jail and speaking out.
I'm not gonna stand here and pretend that myself or the guys grew up as angels, but the wreckage of our past should not be used to judge the path of our future. Boston has had one of the worst documented histories of racial profiling in the country, and it's a shame that it took someone to come from another city who is not afraid to stand up to what I call the Boston Triangle: the media, the police department, and the political strength of Beacon Hill.
At this point, I'm public enemy #1. They compare me to Whitey Bulger, murderer, this, and I mean, this is 10 years of newspaper slaughterhouse.
And this is when you found out about a federal investigation? Or?
I mean, yeah, pretty much that it was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, the feds start asking questions and asking everybody. I knew that I was being investigated and watched from this whole gang task force, but that gang task force, that small perception grew into the big federal, grew into the big, I'm this major guy that's laundering money and, you know what I'm saying, going through the propaganda of what a lot of those people that work for the source that don't now and still are jealous of what the source and what me and Dave have accomplished are still feeding them. So they feel they got the propaganda and the old newspaper articles to back it up, then, you know what I'm saying? But I mean,
But you were still moving, so you go on the Cash Money tour.
We on the Cash Money, yeah. We on the Cash Money being investigated.
What happened with the Rough Riders incident?
What I can paint a picture is you got 2 groups of guys, you know what I'm saying, in a small area with the misunderstanding, you know what I'm saying, and you clash. ultimately nobody pointed the finger at the next man because a couple of guys had got caught. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, you know, like, me and the Rough Riders are cool as hell now. Me and Jade is cool, Styles.
Made men, mother. LOX, mother. Yeah, run in your mouth. I have you with a gun in your mouth. 2 in your throat. Look, now your son is in doubt. Whether or not he should think of pulling his Glock. Matter of fact, my got a gun to his back. Squeeze 3, turn him around.
Sheep, D-Y, the whole shit.
Get up for the new year with 8 pounds of heavy metal like a rock star. Twin Berettas, I hold vendettas. Positions locked down. I'm with the locks now. You better clear your block now.
I think after that, and then, you know, the Paul Pierce thing. You know, like that was like right after each other where he had got stabbed.
While sources say Pierce's attacker is an associate of Made Men, the rap group is denying any involvement in the stabbing.
And again, Made Men.
Made Men is a rap group based here in Boston. They have roots that go back to the Dorchester section of the city. They were implicated last April in violence that broke out at a rap concert at the Fleet Center, and they denied then and they deny now any involvement in that incident.
I mean, I'm a recording artist and I can't afford to be close to situations like that. You know, I have a lot of things going for myself.
This brother of a Celtic said it's somebody that's with Made Men, and that's about all that the police knew and have run with that story.
This connection is coming from some statements made by some witnesses. It's just part of a much larger investigation.
Like, they showing everybody my face. They bring my face to him, and, you know, I'm in the newspaper, things in the newspaper. They still showing Beyond the Glory on Fox. They still showing me. So it was a time where I had to get the fuck out of Boston.
So
you know what I'm saying?
This is when he devious leaves and all of that.
Yeah, he said, like, you know, I just
can't take it.
You know what I mean.
So
that was one of the, you know, I had some. That's what I'm saying. There's been a lot of downs, but you know what I'm saying, when E left, that hit you hard. That hit me hard.
React on impulse, 3 cats with twin pumps, smash your eardrum, gas and fence them, maneuvers we awesome, holla Boston when we toss them, pull up, show enough, all sold up, know us, hit the spot and get towed up.
Because now it's like I'm alone. The Made Men's going good and everything.
We want to bring forth to the stage a very special guest.
You know, but you know, we got dropped again. You know what I'm saying? Off the label because of all this. Yeah, man. And when Paul Pierce, and it was just crazy. So, you know, and Jesus had his own issues. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he had his own personal issues that was fucking him up from the from the group.
I stays in the mix of gorillas, right? To take hustlers and killers.
You know, it was a situation where, you know, I would still try to keep in touch with G, because he really kind of like, he really took it back, like almost like, yo, I'm gonna sit back and really, you know, because we've been together all our life so long, half our life so long, all the time with each other. I guess he just figured like, you know, it's just a time where I need some time to myself, and that's what he did. And though I was mad, but I was more hurt than anything, because like, it's like, you know, we was there when none of us had kids. We watched each other through our relationships. We watched each other through our ups and downs. When Jeff got shot, when I was going through my little drug shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went through problems with each other, you know what I'm saying? When niggas was killed, when niggas was warring, when niggas, you know. So when niggas now ain't with each other no more, it's like, wow, like, that was the most alone I've ever felt in my life. When Tony Roman them, you know, when it happened with Kev and Tone, was different because the group went on. And though it was a void, this now was like, whoa, it's over. When E broke up, we did a whole bunch of songs. We did Black Friday, the album that was supposed to come out. And Black Friday was a testament to, again, I'm understanding what the devil was doing to us. So, you know, after all that shit, man, you know what I'm saying, it was like, you know, it was like, Black Friday never came out, the Made Men was done, I got a bunch of songs. So Teddy, you know, within that, used to always tell me to go solo. Like, yo, you could do it.
Thanks, Fenster. We're gonna have a party.
Hey, yo, man, Teddy just two-wayed me, right? Said he wants me to come to the studio to do a new song called Booty.
When we was down there with Made Men, I went back down there, and he gave me a lot of confidence, because other motherfuckers wasn't giving me confidence. I don't think I was the best rapper. I know I wasn't the best rapper. I know my skills definitely had to step up if I was gonna be solo. Come on, that shit is, I'm not scared of too many things. It ain't to say that, you know what I'm saying? But to go solo was some scary shit.
So when is BENZINO born?
out of the sludge of everything that happened to me. So, you know what I mean? I'm in Boston, I'm writing. Come up with this ill beat, me 2 times JB, Hangman 3. When you think about it, me, Jeff, and JB got over 15 years with each other. From battling to right now we up to 2001, you know. Come on, almost, 15 years.
This is Hangman.
Well, me, Jeff, and JB, Hangman 3, yeah.
What is Hangman 3?
This right here represents the most, like, to me, like, when you see this, the only thing you can think about is black people being hung. So it represents struggle. It represents, like, don't ever forget. You know what I'm saying? This is like represents our struggle. To me, my mind. There's 3 of us, so there's 3 nooses. Hangman 3.
Did you all do Bang to This together?
Hangman 3.
Is that a track that you all did together, or is that just you?
Grab some violins in there. We all do shit together. Program together. I play the keys. JB will program. Jeff will throw the program. I'll go over there, change the snare. He'll come over there, change. 3 heads. It's always been like that. It's always been a 3-head synergy. I had made Bang to This in Boston. I never forget I was in it by myself in the studio, writing, smoking, writing. But the beat was the 3 of us. But it was when Funk Master Flex grabbed on to Bang to This.
The limit, long as my heart pump, I'll be in it. Till I overcome, finally win it. Used to hit the street hard, hustle like time was ending. And I'm not pretending, I choose my own destiny. And can't nobody get the best of me. And half y'all can't get next to me. Y'all ain't strong enough to question me.
And blew it up in New York. I couldn't believe it at this time, because really, he never took a song and, did that. So I'm like, oh, shit. Booty was getting play. Don't get me wrong, that was a big song. But Booty, I didn't want to do Booty. Teddy said do Booty. I didn't, but I did it for Teddy.
Right.
You don't argue with a man that's responsible for over 100 million in sales.
Right.
Check it out. Here we go. Booty, booty,
Booty ass niggas that stand for blasting. Smith and Wesson turn your head to ashes.
So you and Teddy was pretty close?
Man, I got close to him, man. Big influence, another big influence.
Game mastered, Benzino bastard. I lasted. Step the game up and passed it. Booty ass niggas wanna do this stuff shit. Flash all night, but your jewels are busted.
I love music. I'm a music man. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is after the music.
We're gonna touch this later, but I just want to introduce the question real quick. You got a lot of people that you seen fall, you know what I'm saying? You said at least 50 people. You getting into these incidents with the cops, the guns, You doing your RSO thing, Made Men, Wise Guys, Benzino, but you still doing it in the streets or whatever. How come you never caught a hot one? Why you still here? You ever think about that?
No.
Never.
No.
I mean, you got in clashes with cops.
But like at this point, I'm numb. No, I don't think about it. Booty's doing good. People are liking Booty. I'm getting shows. All kind of shit's happening. Shine Like My Son. I do this song with Ray Ray.
Man, you's a champ. I'm the champion.
I'm a prince.
But I'm the king on the throne.
Let me know when we gon' shine. Check the swatch, man. You know the time.
It's a great video. Ray Ray. Ray Ray got on stage with me when we did the Fleet Center. And killed it. So Ray Ray. It was good to do that with him because he always loved hip hop. He grew up in hip hop. Right. He's a hip hop boy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, like everything is about Ray Ray's hip hop. But people love him. Like they got a video still playing now. The Baby Boo video. It's pretty gangster. It's like a remake of the Bronx tale. Yeah. Damn, I'm solo and this is all right here. I'm on Motown fucking Records. You know what I'm saying?
Your own solo album? The whole album?
Benzino Project, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Motown Records, yo. You know what I'm saying? Teddy gave me Figaro and Booty, the video.
BENZINO, this the remix. Figaro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa.
And banging on wax, that's Booty. Face it. Teddy bang tracks, Zeno, lace it. I like the chicks with the big fat ones. When you back that up, all you feel is my.
Like,
so.
And then GQ said,
that was crazy. That was bananas. That was fucking bananas because they played us. They're like, yo, come on, bring the Bentleys up, me and Dave. We got into the whole flossing era, you know what I'm saying, and everything. Yeah, we got to show that, that we are silly. We go buy 2 Bentleys. We bring the Bentleys, take pictures with them for GQ. Not knowing that the picture was a setup for one of the worst articles from, again, James Bernard and them and their whole crew. Again, all these.
Oh, so these cats, they not in the light, but they in the bushes. So a month later, you get the source cover. You, Suge, Nas, Jada Kiss. Right?
Yeah, well, you know, at that time, this was like around that September 11th. This is war, and you know, and we just felt like putting 4 strong figures, men that, you know, was involved in some sort of controversy.
Anytime the source does anything on Benzino, it's
the gift and the curse. It's the gift and the curse. You know what I'm saying? As much as it might have helped my career, it's hurt. At the end of the day, I've also accomplished a lot for the source. I've also done a lot for the source, and I'm also bringing the source back to where it needs to be. You know, that's from and for the street.
So, Benzino the monster, Benzino the extortionist, RSO the gang,
Benzino the father.
No. Me, the masses of the people, that's not the image of Benzino that they have.
Even after Shine Like My Son, huh?
Even after Shine Like My Son. Okay, so all of a sudden, you had semi-success, then low points. Little success got a little greater, low points. Then all of a sudden, boom, rock the party.
Checking in the closet for my blue velour suit, piping all around it with the matching tin boots. Hop up in the wagon with the 20-inch shoes on. Oh, riding down the street with a 20G stack. Shorty paging me saying, look up in the mirror, 5 up on my back. It's
Rock the party.
The biggest song Benzino ever had.
My next guest is from the Four Corners section of Boston, Massachusetts. He's also part of the brains behind the publication considered to be the Bible of hip-hop. I'm talking about Source Magazine.
Here's the hip-hop producer-rapper who's lays tracks for Nas and Mobb Deep. And he can rock the mic with the best of them. Clap it up right now. Come on, make some Showtime noise, y'all, for my man, Benzino! Yeah!
Benzino, where you at? Benzino, where you at? Now scream! Yeah! Looking at the shorty with the Frankie B jeans, thong hanging out, butterfly belly ring, butter leather boots with the tassels, that's me. Oh. Got a bad at home, so she came up in the door. Yeah. Rockin' to the beat, then we took it to the floor. Yeah. DJ in the club, spin the record back and forth. Jeff, 2-time.
I hook up with Mario Winans, and we end up doing Rock the Party. Rock the Party. Sylvia Rhone loves it at Elektra. She gives me an album deal. So now I'm like, God, this is it, man. This is it.
Would you love me if I fell in hard times? Lost everything, down to a dime? Would you let me if I didn't stack cheese? Didn't see my face on BET? Would you stop?
Hit record, big song. You know what I'm saying? Go and do the album. But there was something wrong, man. Like I'm in Miami. You know what I'm saying? MTV is latched on to this kid and grabbed him in all the major award shows and everything, and really gave this kid a free pass. And then, you know, he used the whole, well, I'm with a black producer, Dre, who was a real pioneer of the gangster rap music. And then I'm from 8 Mile, Detroit, where Detroit, when you think Detroit, all you think about is black people, like Detroit black people, just like Boston white people. You know what I'm saying? So automatically, you know what I mean? It's like they use that, you know, they use their tools, you understand what I'm saying, to make this Eminem, this Marshall Mathers. So he comes out and his music is funny, it's crazy and everything. The beats are hot, you know what I mean? The message in the music is kind of different, you know what I mean? So I really was never into him. I thought Stan was alright, you know what I'm saying? Like, Stan was cool. It was slick, the beat, the way that you could hear the, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, to me, I believe the people that pulls his strings had a plan, and then it seemed like there was a bigger purpose of this whole Marshall Mathers thing, which a lot of people I don't think really understood, and still understand to this day.
So that's why you made the first diss record?
Yeah, because I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, hey, look, come on, man. Like, again, I grew up in Boston, man. Like, my father was locked up, and I've been around Italian and Irish men, some great, honorable men. So I'm talking about white or black. I know what racism is because I'm from Boston.
So you made the diss record, then what happened? I mean, because then from
I made a little joint on the motherfucking mixtape in Miami. put it out.
What you say in the record? What was the diss in the record?
It's not a black and white thing. That shit's in the past. I got some white boys from Boston that'll bust your ass, nigga.
Like I don't even remember the first shit. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that I did it, and I put on a mixtape, and lo and behold, his camp got it.
Then what happened?
This nigga put out 2 more motherfucking disses on the Green Lantern tape. I had a zone. Like, I had to shut the world out. And it didn't take a day, it took a few days. Pull up your skirt had to be calculated. People don't understand that. You know, I just couldn't go up there and whoop-de-whoop. I had to motherfucking calculate every fucking thing I was saying. Put it in a style to match the beat. The beat had to be something that you could feel like you was sticking a fucking a victory flag in the fucking ground. And that's how my man Tone from Oakland, you know, because Oakland is a lot like, you know, Boston, Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's where the Panthers come from, Oakland. Malcolm X and Louis Farrakhan were in Boston before they went to New York. You know, these are 2 cities that, you know what I'm saying, you have revolutionary motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? So, Pac was from Oakland. You see what I'm saying? It's no fucking coincidence, you know what I mean? So, I'm on some old, I'm like, shit. I'm like, destroy this motherfucker.
Let me start from the beginning. You ain't reppin' the streets. You from the outskirts of Detroit, where the bitches meet. I'm gonna pull your skirt up, expose your true sex, antagonize your label till I get my respect.
I spoke to Steve and I just want to make sure that, you know, this shit doesn't get out of hand. Hey, Paul, you know what I'm saying? This guy's starting to believe in himself now. You know what I'm saying? This little chump is starting to believe in himself. You feel what I'm saying? You know, he's passionate. The streets gotta know that this nigga is a fucking fake. He's a phony. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking phony. Who could this motherfucker harm? He has to be exposed, and I'm not gonna stop exposing him. I went after what the state of hip-hop is from the streets perspective. He felt like he could fucking disrespect me on some, he wants to fight me? Not like he's gonna do anything. Well, I'm saying where?
Fuck it. I'm not looking at him as the best lyricist, as I'm like, no, I need to get my point on where motherfucker can feel my motherfucking pain and feel my anger. Okay, I've been wanting to do this. This is what I'm gonna do. Fuck whoever don't like it. Fuck everything. Oh, but the source. Fuck the source. It ain't about the fucking source. It's about me. Come on, man. This ain't supposed to be going on no more. Because hip-hop is what fused the cultures. Hip-hop is what made the kid in the suburb at least say, yo, he might be all right.
So, you made the diss record. You do pull up your skirt. You getting hammered now.
Yeah, of course. From all around. What I went through, like, what can dent my armor? I said, okay, make die another day. I gotta go back out to Oakland again. I gotta get in a mind frame. I just can't do these songs. I'd used Rocky and on the SP years before that. When you listen to that, that's the flag going up, the horns, the build of the triumph.
He wants you to believe that it was all about rapping, and all I try to do is open up my eyes. It wasn't about me and M, you gotta realize it's just a smoke screen. There's a bigger picture. I want the streets to pay attention cause I'm riding with you. If credibility is what we here for, then why ain't the hood selling units no more? Tell me why. Labels acting like it's good so they say so. EPMD was always gold with no radio. Now it's time to turn to prophecy. Time's up. Marshall Mathers gotta die. Rise up. No choice. The only way we gonna turn it around is put this little shit in the ground. And it's so-called
die another day. You know what I'm saying? Now, now I'm pissed. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, okay, it's a fucking game. You know, I feel like Jimmy and them's part of the game. It's a fucking game. Motherfuckers out here dying, starving. You have no fucking respect for the culture. You think it's a fucking game now?
No, that's not a game.
You know what I'm saying? Now I go and do a video in the graveyard, and now I'm spitting at him now. Now I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's DEFCON 5 now.
And everybody was scream Pac's name. It don't make a difference. You in it for the fame. Cause the Pac was living. You choose to lie. But I'ma do it for him. Because the whole might survive. You sleep in 5-0. You walk with the feds. Better keep the lights on when they tuck you in the bed. Cause I'ma get your silly ass right out where you lay. When Debbie set you up, you gon' die another day.
You know what I'm saying? Now what you got now? Face me. Where are you? He doesn't come around. They say he can't tour in the United States no more. He stopped his tour. He has to come with 100 security at Giant Stadium. You know, the whole 50 thing, 50's like, it doesn't matter as much as this matters with Eminem. And what Eminem and what they represent and what's going on with hip hop. And motherfuckers don't understand me. This is my last tattoo. And like, this is it. This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is it. That's the archangel, arch nemesis.
That's you.
That's the broken wing. That's
No, you understand. That's you.
That's, you know.
No, you don't understand. Because, like when I asked you earlier, do you ever look at your life? You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, when people talk about, you know, oh, the end of the world, Armageddon, the coming of God, the coming of Christ, the coming of the Messiah, how is this going to take place? Okay, yeah, you believe it, so what? How's it going to happen? You know what I'm saying? And you have to look at what's going, like right now, I don't even know if you really understand what you did by waging war against M, because you ain't waged war against M. It ain't against Eminem. It's against the same power that's backing George Bush.
It's the same people that Greenspan
right.
down to.
The same people that Greenspan bowed down to, the same people that Bush bowed down to, it's the same people that Jimmy Iovine bowed down to. The international bankers, people that create wars. Because what you gotta realize is, hip hop right now is the most dominant force on the planet as far as the influence of the minds of the masses of people. This ain't,
nah, believe me, yo, like do they sit in offices and say, okay, well, in closed meetings and be like, okay, well, look, you know, hip hop is the culture. We control hip hop, then we control the culture.
But everything that you do now is, well, leave your man alone. Leave him alone.
See, but it's not, like, to me, motherfuckers emphasize M, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, M is just a screwdriver. You can't fucking take out a screw with your fingers. M is just, she's a tool. You know what I'm saying? M can rhyme good. M can, but they're magnifying it because of the color of his skin.
Right now, you got Universal, you got Interscope, right, with pretty much everything falling up under that.
Right.
Who's the owner of this? Who's one of the sole controllers of
Jimmy?
Jimmy. Right. Okay, why? Is that by coincidence?
I don't know.
No, it's not by coincidence. You don't coincidentally become the most powerful man in music with the ability to say yay or nay on careers.
Yeah, but he got that through the whole Eminem thing. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Shit. He sold a lot of fucking units for Jimmy.
Okay, he sold a whole lot of units for Jimmy, but Nelly sold a whole lot of units. Jigga sold a whole lot of units. Now, not the same amount as M. Hammer sold a whole amount of units.
Right, I see.
So, it's not about the amount of units that M sold that got Jimmy in the position that he's in. It's something else that's moving Jimmy, that's moving M.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Now, the reason why you getting the flack that you're getting is because, like right now, if you would've came out dissing Jigga or came out dissing Nas, it wouldn't be nothing.
Right.
But what you're doing is, if hip hop is one of the most dominant forces on the planet, in Australia, they trying to live the hip hop culture.
Right.
In Japan,
right,
China,
right,
New England.
Right.
I mean, well, not New England,
right,
England, but
right,
all over the world, right? So, if I'm Satan, I'm trying to jockey for position, because if this is controlling, whoever's ruling the world right now, they'll be dead soon. It's gonna be the youth. Right now, the youth are the ones that's gonna rule in the future. And if hip hop is the dominant influence in their minds, then if I'm Satan and I know my time is over, God is coming to establish the kingdom of heaven, then I'm trying to jockey for position to get control over the minds of the masses of these people. Now, what I have to do is, because right now, when you look at hip hop, people know that hip hop, who is attached to? Is attached to us. We created it, blacks, Latinos, you know, poor whites have a part in it, but it's really a culture that's birthed out of struggle, so forth and so on, but for a specific purpose. For a specific purpose, because if it didn't have an aim and a purpose, it wouldn't be as dominant of an influence as it is right now.
Right.
So, in order for Satan to put a lasso on hip hop so they can control it, which ultimately will lead to him controlling the minds of the masses of people, he has to put his chess piece out there. Okay, Eminem. They tried with Vanilla Ice. They tried with Marky Mark, but it wasn't successful. Eminem got skills, he nice. Okay, so what? If Pharaoh Monch 20 times nicer than M. Right. People don't even know who Pharaoh Monch is in his own city. So okay, you got Eminem. He's the chess piece for Satan. Now, you, Benzino, you wage war on M. So what you do is you put yourself in a position where you're disturbing a global plan for world domination.
I just wanna die. Don't nobody care. Won't nobody cry. And let me tell you people who we really are. I just wanna die. Don't nobody care. Won't nobody cry. And let me tell you people who we flash them, hit them up, drag them, cage them, take them, blow out, break them, tell them they break them, tell them slave them, selfish, don't appreciate what I got. Queen in office, mine is open, sun is golden, last days I just wanna go.
It was really, I had the Iris, so I just said, man, let me just sit back off for a minute. Man, I don't like the last match, man. I'm not even a suspicious dude, but I've never lit in the last match.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't. And since I don't, I never will. Please, thank you.
You don't do it?
Nah.
All right.
Nah, I mean, you know, it could be different for you. Like Black Cats, I don't think that's bad, though.
Right. But you don't like the last match?
I don't like the last match.
Don't nobody care. Won't nobody cry. And let me tell you people who we flash them, hit them up, drag them,